Hi, I'm Mickelle Weber, founder and auteur of House of Peregrine. Expat, immigrant, pioneer, none of these were a fit, but Peregrine describes what we are all about perfectly. Those that craft their life story with intention. I've spent the last 6 years in awe of the life-changing connections and stories I have experienced while living abroad, and believe it is time for this adventure to be recognized, celebrated, and elevated to the life stage that it is. Through these interviews, I hope to connect those living internationally more deeply to both the place they are living and with themselves and those around them. We cover everything from international finances and meaning-making to global parenting and relationships to make your time abroad more intentional, edifying, and full of beauty. Find us at houseofperegrine.com, where you can find more ways to connect with the ethos of Peregrine. I hope you enjoy today's guest. Let's get started. Hey, it's Mickelle from House of Peregrine. In this clip from episode 9, I sit down with legendary street poet and Genesis House of Peregrine member Laser314 and Dutch Web3 community builder and also Genesis House of Peregrine member Bo Smol. Here's Laser on how a personal experiment turned into an urban movement.
I have to say the beginning of the 90s were great for graffiti because there was like a new style, 3D style. Delta was doing like amazing work, But I just wanted to focus more on my drawings, making comics, doing illustration. I was just at home just painting, and I started experimenting with poetry. And that kind of kickstarted my whole laser thing. Because at some point I was like, oh, these lines, this poetry, they're very nice. Maybe what would happen if I would put them on the streets. And for me, it was just, to be honest, it was just an experiment in the beginning. Because what I missed on the street, especially at that time, you saw like a lot of advertisement that people wanted something from you. And what I kind of started missing was like the political slogans that I grew up in the 80s. When I grew up in the 80s, you saw like a lot of political slogans being painted around the city by squatters, by people who wanted to say something. And that was kind of gone. So I was like, let's return a little bit to that because that's something that kind of stuck in my mind. And I just threw it out there and I didn't know what was going to happen with it. But it was something that was fascinating for me.
What happened?
I got like a couple of reactions from my friends in the beginning that said like, what's up with what's up with that stuff, And they didn't get it.
They recognized it?
Yeah, they said because they know that I was laser, and they were like, what's up with those lines, man? I said, I have no idea, but they're fun. I said I like to do it, and for me it was just an experiment to see what would happen if you would do graffiti in a way that also people who don't do graffiti can participate in. Because what I noticed in my graffiti years was like, when I did graffiti, a lot of remarks that I got on the street when we were spraying, like, oh, we like the colorful stuff, but we don't understand the lines, the tagging, and I like the colors, but I can't read your letters. So what I noticed is that for the general public, it's hard to participate in graffiti. You have to be more a graffiti writer and sometimes an artist to appreciate it, or to be able to read it. So
it's actually very technical to do graffiti, right?
It's very hard. It's not something you do. And especially in the days when I started out, if you would do graffiti in the 80s, the cans were not made for graffiti as they are now. Now you have special brands that make like all these different kinds of color shades. Now it was actually just for hobby, for painting your chairs or everything. So we work with really crude materials. So at the time it was much harder to master it.
Amazing. And that whole thing progressed. Like there were new techniques coming up. It got some recognition locally. People started talking about your work. What happened? Did you evolve yourself on a technical perspective? Did you get better at your own signature style?
Yeah, I changed my I started. In the beginning, if I look at my really old work, it's not really written that beautiful. It's that's still a basic form for me. But at the time, I didn't know where it was going. But I gradually evolved into to this style that I have now. And I think it's now very recognizable.
That experiment It sparked a decades-long presence on Amsterdam's streets. You can hear the full story on episode 9 at houseofperegrine.com/podcast. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed our show. For the latest insights on living internationally, join us at houseofperegrine.com to find out how you can connect with our community. Let's craft our life story with intention together.